Manos, the Hands of Fate. I've known this movie for a long time, and I'm only now sitting down and watching it, and I regret the entirety of the 1 hour and 9 minutes that this movie is. Right off the bat, like the first moments of the movie is literally nothing. It's just people driving around, and the dialogue, the opening dialogue, is very clearly overdubbed, because you can see the wind blowing in the background. It's pretty strong looking wind. So they cut the audio completely, and they redubbed the audio. They re-recorded it. And it's just, that is literally the only sound. And as the movie continues, it's obvious they did that for most of the film, because so many noises that should be present in the scene, like, you know, they're walking all over concrete once they get to the house. You should be hearing footsteps as they're walking on the concrete, or hearing a door being slammed. Nothing. Nothing. It is just completely cut. The only thing you hear in Manos is the overdubbed audio and the obnoxiously loud score. And it's a score that doesn't even fit with a horror movie. It's more... The score is kind of happy-go-lucky at times. It's like, what are you doing? Jump cuts are atrocious. Like, just one example. The husband tells his wife, get back to the house. She turns around and grabs the door handle, but then the next cut, she's standing in front of her husband again, just holding him, and he holding her. It's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, continuity was a thing back then. Come on. Speaking of shots, there's so many blurry shots in Manos. It's practically headache-inducing. There's one moment... There's one moment where the two actors, the husband and wife, mother and father, because there is a little kid, they say a line of dialogue, and then the movie cuts, a jump cut, to a different shot in the room, and they say the exact same thing. They are showing us the fucking same scene, just from different fucking angles. And speaking of the dialogue, it is just so awkward, and none of it makes any sense, and there's just zero emotion, no real emotion from any of the actors. I don't even know if these actors are even actors. They could have just been people they pulled off the street. Probably the only part of this movie I legitimately enjoyed, and it's only because it was so on the nose, so on point, and also so stupid. The master, this is the guy who's like in charge. He awakens his wives. He has multiple wives, and the wives immediately get in a circle and they start bickering. Like, just immediately they just start yelling at each other, and the master looks like he just immediately regrets his decision of waking up his wives. I know it's not supposed to be a funny scene. Obviously, it's a horror movie, but it is hysterical. And later on, still, there's a really awkward catfight between these 6 women. There's 6 wives, and it's just, I don't even know how to describe it because it's just so bad. So Manos, the Hands of Fate is nonsensical. Absolutely nonsensical. It is badly shot. It is terribly acted. It has shit sound. Everything about Manos is legitimately bad. Manos makes The Room look like a true cinematic masterpiece. You know what? I love The Room. It's one of my favorite bad movies. But Manos is so bad, it makes The Room look legit good. Manos literally makes no sense. They have no idea what's going on half the time. Don't know why these people are there. Don't know what the master actually wants. I mean, at one point he cuts off somebody's hands and like roasts it in a fire, and I guess I was reading on Wikipedia that that's apparently the cult. They use hands as sacrifices, which is like, okay, and weird, kind of interesting, but very weird. But at no point is it explained that's what they're doing. I'm glad I watched it, because I can finally say I've seen Manos, the Hands of Fate. But at the same time, I wholly regret watching this movie. I cannot give it 5 because it's worse than a 5. It gets 10. Did you enjoy the review? Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see a new Craptacular Horror Review every week. Feel free to leave a comment to discuss your thoughts on the movie, or if you have a film you'd like to see reviewed in the future. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.